Hello, hello, and welcome to GameBeta Displays Disco Elysium, and this is the third episode of the first season, and I am thoroughly enjoying my time here. And I think I've just found what looks like the green shoe. If you notice, my dude only has one shoe on. So let's go grab that quickly. Okay, yeah, this is the third episode. If you didn't watch the last episode, we had a bit of a funny moment with Garte, the cafeteria. This guy over here, the cafeteria manager. He asked for us to settle up our tab, which I thought that I didn't want to do, so I didn't. I tried to run away. It did reduce it by a little bit, so that was okay. It was originally 130, and I think we ended up settling at 100, but I do still owe him the money. We ran into Lana, the cryptozoologist's wife, the lady in the wheelchair, but she didn't seem to mind. A gust of briny wind washes over you. Yeah, let's take the shoe. So we have the shoe. There we go. The shoes are... Oh, cool. Secret task complete. Find your other shoe. 15. Okay. Wait, these do not... Oh, wait. They are both... They are... There they both are. Two identical shoes. Both copiously green and indiscriminately snake skin. Reunited on your feet. Wait, these do not look like normal cop shoes. It's pretty clear a normal cop is not what you are. You may be what they call a big hair cop. Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told. Alright, well that was certainly worth coming back up here for. Alrighty. So, oh, okay, there's something new in our apartment that was not here earlier. Kim tries to not look at your broken down bathroom door. Kim also tries not to look at the pile of tape viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner, but it's all just too morbid to ignore. You're looking at the distraction. I'm sorry for this. I did it my way. I did it my way. I can see that. He takes a step towards the door. It looks like he'd like to leave now. The atmosphere is oppressive. Got another 5 XP for that though. The bed? Is this? What is this? Yeah, it is. This is the bed. The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful. The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 PM. Okay. Alrighty. I'm not going to check the mirror out because I know that I haven't... let's knock on this. I haven't upgraded my... I think it was electrochemistry and something else, but I can't remember what it is. Knock again, much harder. Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. He doesn't like where this is going. Yeah, I'm not going to do anything. Let's suppress the urge again. We can come back and probably we'll question her later. I don't know why I've got that brain thing. Need to pass time by, but I don't know why I've got this. Oh, hardcore mode, that's why, okay. Fair enough. Alright. Let's get to where we are going today, which is to have an investigation of the body that is hanging. Body that is hanging, just save it quickly. The body that is hanging in the yard, which there's the hole in the gate. Before we do that though, let's just have a quick look over here. The street sign reads, the police. A heap of snow melts in this wheelbarrow. Pigs go home. The street name is illegible. Okay.
The RCM in Martinez? What can I help you with?
You sound surprised.
We don't see a lot of police around here. That's all.
I have some questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
What is this fuck the police business? Excuse me? She doesn't understand. She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning. The street sign says fuck the police. Point to it. Oh, she cranes her neck. Well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here. What about the other sign? Pigs go home. Who are these pigs? I don't know anything about that either. As I said, I didn't write it. Pig is a widely used term for members of the police. It's not loving. Even if she didn't write it, she could clean it. You could clean it up if you get the chance. Be a citizen. Be a winner. 5 XP. Okay, cool. Nearly close to leveling, I think. The gardener. Okay, she straightens her back. She's probably not going to do it. Who are you exactly? Me, I'm just a gardener. Cool. And what are you doing here? I'm working. Working on what? I have a greenhouse in the yard there. She gestures over her shoulder. I've been trying to get some work done. There's discomfort. She stops mid-sentence. But? Well, as you probably know, there's a corpse hanging from a tree. It smells pretty bad, so I have to take breaks. Don't worry, miss. We're here to clean it up. You can get to work soon. Thank you. She smiles politely. My head is about to explode from all the salts that I've had to inhale. We need directions. Since the street sign's messed up, she nods. Okay, what do you need? I know where the corpse is. I know where I am. What is up in the north? There's a pier in the Cape Side apartment building. Some more tenants. Not a lot, really. Tenements, sorry, not tenants. What is in the east? The harbour gate, some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics, she shrugs. A frit store is there too. What is in the south? Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably. What is on the other side of the canal? Just coast, there's a little fishing village there, and a fish market, but that got closed down ages ago. Shivers. Rows of stalls under a broad roof, where silvery fish were heaped on newspapers. Water, water everywhere, pouring from the heavens, in the shadow of the old church. Shake it off, you seem to be under some kind of cold spell. What kind of fish market is this? The gunner. I don't know. The abandoned kind. It used to gather every spring, but there's nothing to do there now. Just drug addicts. Ah. Okay. What is in the west? She looks at the water, squinting. It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some inlands in the bay, but they're hard to reach. Okay, that's all for now. I have to run. Thank you, bye-bye. Her gloves, you get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all. That's true. One more thing. Can I borrow your gloves? Sure, keep them. I have another pair. She hands you the rubber gloves with no visible annoyance. Half-light, medium success. Really? None? Maybe just a tiny little bit of annoyance. Thank you. Alright, oh. No, we're not going that way. We're going to stay there. Thank you. Yellow gardening gloves. Let's chuck them on. +1 interfacing. Sweet. Alright, let's go up through the... Oh, what's this here? There are bottles inside. You could pick them up if you had a bag. Okay. Rue de Saint Ghislaine 8B. There's a bin over here. This post-lit Aventure mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front. Good mail delivery box. I'm gonna give it a little pat. Give it a little patty. Pat, pat, pat. The box seems happy. Alright, what's over here quickly? This book has a rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on its cover. The book appears to be erotica, but without actual erotica. On the cover stands a very muscular man surrounded by flames. These are all magazine stalls, are they? This book is about pate. Okay. This book, you don't really understand what it is about, nor does it seem important. It takes willpower to even read the author's name. Jancourt from Iguania. A book about Boyardiaro culture. It promotes freedom and roaming upstream. The book says you must attain a Franco-Nigerian hardbody at the nearest gym. I have no idea what that word was I just read. A book about the future. The government reads your mind using radio technology. I'm not going to go all the way down there just yet. I will speak to this person here.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
I am the law.
I know, sir.
She stomps her feet to feel warmer.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
What kind of a store is this anyway?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Hold your horses, little girl. What is a book? What is a postcard? What is a board game? Don't be ridiculous. I know all these things. What is a book?
That is a book. They have stories inside them. It's like someone told you a story in a really long letter.
What is a postcard?
A postcard is a small cardboard picture. You can write a few words on the other side and send it to your friend or beloved.
She's unfazed by your question. She would consider it impolite to point out any perceived weirdness. What is a board game?
Board games are like little games on a table, made to pass the time. There are several different ones, but sailors here mostly buy cards.
Interesting, thanks.
My pleasure. Anything else you'd like to know?
Wow, cool. I gained. See, asking all these silly questions is is worthwhile. Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What is your name? Can I do this? Oh. Right, I want it to level up my electrochemistry. Then we might be able to go back to the mirror later. Okay. Accept and close. My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside, minding the register or organising the stock. The girl gazes at the window, then suddenly jolts, her eyes wide, as if recalling something. Feel free to step in and browse our wares. Are you standing out here in the cold because... Oh, and you're standing out here in the cold because... I'm signalling that the store is open. She nods eagerly. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling, but she's cold. You're cold. Can I help in some way? Kind of you to offer, sir. She doesn't know what else to say. What could you do to help her anyway? I should have a word with the store owner, maybe. Oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers. She stands upright. and smells like a little soldier. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep me warm. Shouldn't you be at school or something? I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running. Isn't going to What is school anyway? School? She rubs her red chilled nose. Well, mine is a big yellow building on a boogie street, and the people there run it. They say it's a charity. The gale wind blows in from the coast, the wind of needles. It wraps itself around a building of brick and mortar. Somewhere a clamour rings through the honeycomb of classrooms. What is this feeling? Remorse. The parquet of assembly halls, the rows of stools, bars are growing cold. The corridors stand empty. A girl's voice somehow finds its way through this strange feeling. Nice. You haven't heard a word of what she's been saying these past few moments. You only hear, Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful, and that's how you get ahead in life. You succeed. And how's this business doing? Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being, she looks over her shoulder, cursed. In an emma. Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders. Dear, it's going well. Cursed in what way? Cursed in a way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here. That they all go. She's looking for the right word. Bankrupt? Exactly, but we've been doing fine so far. This sounds rather serious. I should probably look into this. Narrow your eyes and look through the creaking boards on the window. We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case, but I don't see much more to look into here. The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook. Yes, she chirps, please do look at our wares inside. The postcards and the board games you asked about are also in there, sir. How does this curse manifest itself? It does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were talking about whether it's appropriate to stand out in the freezing weather. But Kim, the plasmic manifestations. No such thing, Lieutenant. The lieutenant stands at your side, stern and serious. Ugh. The girl looks back and forth between you two. Anything else you wanted to talk about, sir? What do you know about the other failed businesses? Nothing really, sir. Mum doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. She looks a bit disappointed. I don't really know what's there. Stroke your chin. Enough about the curse for now. Annette looks at your shaved, prickly chin. It distinctly contrasts with the oily mutton chops that surround it. Maybe I can tell you about some of our books instead. What is this crime business? Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or something like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who is trying to solve a crime. Wait, not crime fiction. I need to know what crime is. She doesn't know what to say. It's that bad? Point to your head. Crime is a deviation from the law punishable by either a civil or criminal sentencing. It's what the law prevents. Okay, I get it. Crime murder gets the people going. She tots. And it's kinda like a puzzle too. You can guess who the criminal is or how the good guys are going to catch him. I'm a policeman myself, by the way. The law, as I said. You don't look much like a policeman. She examines you as if to find something policeman-like. Huh. Well, what does a cop look like then? Didn't mean to offend you, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen. She points to a book cover on which you see a strapping Vespertine officer. He stands grimly over the body of a dead woman. I used to be exactly like that Mullen guy, then I decided to live a little. What's that mean? You know, cut loose, raise hell, blow off steam. And everything's better now, sir? I don't know. What is that? Look at me, a hideous beast, a failure of a cop, a disgrace. A man can never be truly happy with who he is. Oh, okay. She blinks at you, not knowing how to reply. I shouldn't have said that thing about Dick Mullen. It's not your body that's important in police work anyway. It's your... point to your head. Head, yes. No, it's your soul. Your blue soul. No, your resilience. So that Mullen guy looks like a Hampelman. You could respect. Grit. A total disregard for personal safety. You gotta take the pain. This Mullen guy looks like he'd run to his mum. Ain't got no balls. She looks at the cover illustration and frowns. That's a bit childish. A dick with no balls. Bam! Mullen's no real deal. He's got nothing on me. Obviously, sir, she smiles mischievously. He's just a fictional character. He's no match for you. Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. The cover image of Dick Mullen seems to stare at you with harsh disapproval, like in the books. Okay, I'm going to deduce something now. It's quite a low percentage though. So I need to get 13. My composure is 2. So, but I get +2, so I got 4. So I need to get 9. Let's try it. Nah. You fail to deduce anything substantial. I'm a detective. I deduce that you are a girl. Come on, anyone would notice that. She rolls her eyes. Alright, so it's locked until I put more points into composure. So what is romance? It is the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man. She smiles at the thought, perhaps imagining herself in that situation. Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about a man and a lady business. What about a poor man getting a rich lady? It happens, but usually the guys get rich in the process, or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something. I see. Those are unhappy books for most of the pages, people sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end. What about when everyone is poor? That's not really a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life. Sometimes you have to write about real life. Not in romance books, these are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end. What about when both of the men are bad? These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that. What if it's written really well? Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady decides not to pick either because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting. What the hell is this? Good guy, there's so much text in here. What about a book where the man and the lady business doesn't work out at all? I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum. Yeah, you think she has one about an excruciatingly painful breakup. I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though. She pauses, trying to figure out the appropriate answer. No, think about it. Once they plunge into a torrid spiral of pain and recrimination, only it's really long and drawn out, scared for life. Phantom limb. No, I don't know. She looks at you with puzzlement. You can take this blossom like a flower. Yeah, and it drags on for years and years with no resolution in sight. Good God, the girl is at a loss for words. Each of you filling with resentment and bitterness for having ruined each other's lives. She shifts and sways on her feet, looking confused and uncomfortable. Stop, there's no need for this. It's in your power to change the subject. Each of you tearing at the Each of you tearing at the other's innards, leaving a gaping emptiness, a vacuum heart that still hurts ceaselessly. Oh no, I could damage my morale. I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how to help you. I don't need help. I need a real book that tells it how it is, not this drivel. Sorry, sir. I'm still little. She stumbles on her words. I can't. It's time to leave it be. You're about to make a child cry. Are you proud of yourself? Right, activate night mode. You're not really an automaton. You do know that. The little girl, pardon the deviation. I wish to discuss the books and other such matters. Oh, God. Yes, sir. She blinks in her eyes rapidly. Who are these famous people? Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers or musicians. Those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them. She scratches her cold, reddened cheek, then continues. I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame. Can I become famous by reading one of these books? I don't know about that, but I imagine life is great when you're famous. They're all dogs. Fame sounds delicious. These famous people sound like a bunch of dorks. And that expression remains ever so helpful, but she doesn't say anything. Yeah, you heard me. Only losers waste their time with that garbage. Isn't that kind of childish thing for a grown-up to say? What makes you think I'm grown up? You look a wiggly now, like an old person. You also feel old, tired, hardly able to catch your breath, your joints aching constantly. Yeah, I'm old, that's just what happens to people. I wonder how I'll be when I get old, she mumbles. Maybe I'll also get wrinkly, she giggles to herself. Alright, okay, bye, see you around, Annette, leave. Oh god, some of these interactions. Right, let's save the game quickly. Alright, I think we're not going to go in the bookstore just yet. We're going to go and check out this body. What's that on the wall? An old cool box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. Main Hall, Andrew Orlando Hair. Ultimate Tips, boxing for young athletes, 24-hour window, women's fashion. Right, we're not going to look at any of those later. Maybe we will have to go into some of those places. Oh, interesting. There's doors out there. I wonder how you get up there. The letter R wears a crown on the ribbon below, a light above descending. Yeah, you know. Oh, I can open that. The kid's ladder is rickety but still climbable. What's this? Oh. Money and magnesium +1 morale. Well, I can do that because healed 1 morale. This winch mechanism has been oxidizing for some years. Okay. Let's go before I speak to the kid. There's the body there, look. This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says whirling in rags. There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still. Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container. The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death. Lieutenant, what do you think could be in there? Trash. Food waste from the cafeteria. They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence too. Yes, I feel like there's something in there. What do you mean, feel? It's extrasensory perception. Whatever is in there holds special significance. I agree. We should get someone from the remote viewers division in here. What is the remote viewers division? All the detectives from all the precincts who experience extrasensory perception go to the remote viewers division. Their work is invaluable to the force. Wow, good. Wow, what kind of extra natural abilities do they possess? None, because they don't exist. I'm so disappointed right now. I thought there was a remote viewers division. There isn't, but we should still access this container. How do we get the lock open? We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage. Or... did someone say pry bar? What's a pry bar? Pry bar, crowbar, leverage, displacement tool of the gods. Your hands have held its paint-flaked metal 100,000 times. Or Lieutenant. Or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one. Ask the manager. Bullshit. Go straight for the pry bar and pry this baby wide open. Yeah, I'm with you. Let's go and let's go back to his car quickly. We will get to the body. We will get to the hanging body. I promise. Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapour emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. Kim, what are we looking at? What is this machine? This is the Corporius Kinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox and the radio if you like. Motor carriage, something bad with a motor carriage. A dark lump rises in your throat. What is this sinking feeling I have with the words motor carriage? Nothing, it's probably nothing. Forget I brought it up. Please proceed with the carefree lollygagging. Can we turn it on and drive somewhere? No, I'm afraid not. He straightens his spine. We have a murder case on our hands, remember? Squint your eyes. Okay, but what is a motor carriage? A motorized vehicle, officer. I'm sure you are familiar with the concept. We've had these for nearly a century. Do all policemen in the RCM have such cool motor carriages? The Capri Motor Corps does provide most of our patrol vehicles, yes. Look around in the cabin again. So pull out the toolbox. A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organised. Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are. He's clearly a little protective of his tools, but what can you do? Work is work. Take the red-tipped pry bar. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Cold and heavy, like truth. You feel like you're reunited with the truth once more. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. Take the rubber-handled chain cutters. The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap go the cutters in your hand. Take the hand-cranked flashlight. It's robust, weatherproof and well made. Police issue blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. Push in the pull-out toolbox. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts warm glow on the steering levers and on the radio on its circ. Run your fingers over one of the steering levers. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch of your hand so very familiar in your palm. Pick up the radio. The frequency tableau lights up and a green button labelled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static. This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you? Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on. Come in, Delta 10. This is Firewalker. Copy. This is Officer Alice Dimitri. Precinct 57. How may I assist you? You could swear she was friendlier with the lieutenant. I was told I need to connect to my station, the 41st Lazarus. It will take just a moment, officer. Her voice fades into the familiar radio static. Nix Gottlieb. Yeah. You hear a man clearing his throat briskly, and then answer, Gottlieb, what do you want? What do you want? I was told to call the Lazarus. People are worried about me. The man is unpleasantly surprised. It's you. Was that a snarl or a suppressed groan? No love for you here. Yes, it's Firewalker. Firewalker, yes, you are. Just don't breathe in the general direction of your fire feet. Actually, wait. Do exactly that. Put yourself out of your misery. Take a deep diaphragmatic breath in, and you hear an exaggerated inhale and a long exhale on the other end of the line. A glorious sight, your body tired from the vastness of the visions that haunt it, burning up in a flame fed by your own living breath. So you see it too, that my body is to become the last torch in the darkness. I see third-degree burns and a referral to a plastic surgeon whom you won't be able to afford, but that's in the future. Do you have any current pressing medical problems? I couldn't reach up and grab a tie from a spinning fan without unbearable pain shooting through my arm. Hard to tell exactly what it was over the phone. Could be a combination of peripheral neuralgia and high blood pressure. Could be that you were having a heart attack. Or actually, he seems to be positively surprised by the idea. It could be both, given your profile. Wait, both? That sounds bad. Yup. I still feel pretty good though. I can probably take a lot of damage. Yes, positive thinking is a well-known cure-all. My suggestion is to exercise a lot of it. You're detecting very little in the way of empathy from Dr. Gottlieb. So what do I do? Cut down on the drinking, pal. In fact, cut off the drinking. The drugs too. Anything else? Electrochemistry. Oh, but speed, sweet speed. It goes so well with alcohol too. I think I've developed extreme photosensitivity. That's because you're hungover. Even the radio waves coming from your direction smell like liquor. He pauses. Do you feel like your eyes are twitching too? Yes. That's the tiny vessels pulsating from high blood pressure, stupid officer. You might be sustaining permanent damage to your vision as we speak. Not much I can do about it. I'm not an eye doctor. But what kind of doctor are you then? The busy kind. It's not life-threatening, just annoying for you. I've got more important things to do here. I think I've had a heart attack, and you survived it. Congratulations. Are you mobile? Sort of. But by God, does it burn in your chest? Yes. Even better. Anything else? I wouldn't worry about that. Officers your age have coronary trouble all the time. Also, death is the natural part of life. Accept it. The body is an object, and objects break down. Do what good you can with yours before the rest goes too. I've lost my memory, all of it. With all the damage you've been dealing yourself with drugs and alcohol, I'm not surprised. There is no surprise in his voice, only careless superiority. You're not surprised. Okay, anything else? What else? I'm not a brain doctor. Look on the bright side. You've got a whole new life now. Use it wisely. Isn't there anything you can do for me? What? You want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across the board? You want another rundown of every collapsing inside your body? Yes, I want the truth. You want the real, honest-to-God truth. Stop drinking, eat magnesium and vitamin D. Our station is not a retirement home. We don't have the funds to deal with rock stars past their prime. Rhetoric. So it's political. You're being neglected because of political reasons. The money is probably going to some old oily. And no, I don't want to hear a political commentary on the topic. In fact, I got work to do. Some idiot has glued his eyelids shut with cryolite. It looks like Mac Torson. It's no fucking cryacetylate. It's super glue, doc. I guess that's it for now. Hang up. Task complete. Call your station. Oh, cool. I got 30 experience for that. The phone clicks. Suddenly you hear the already familiar voice. Anything else I can help you with, officer? Could you connect me to the 41st precinct? I have something I need to report. Just a second, officer. Jules Pidieu. 10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in, over. A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle smoking with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The radio switchboard. Hi, this is me here. I work at your station. 10-4, what's your status, over? It's not good. 10-18, 10-20, over. Can you repeat that? 10-18, 10-20, over. Please just talk human to me. These numbers mean nothing to me. State your message, sir. Over. I need to report my badge is missing. 10-9, repeat message, over. My badge, I can't find it anywhere. Basically, it's gone. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need a 10-22. The captain, over. 10-22, the captain. This sounds bad. Bad and scary, like being called to the headmaster's office in school. Is it him? A dry voice asks in the background. What does he want? Says he's lost his badge and needs to report it. Jean Vicramer. He what? He lost his badge? Hey, who is this? This is Communications Officer Jules Pidieu, sir. Over. No, the other one. You mean your partner. Over. What is he saying? He's asking who you are. I'm his goddamn partner. It's your partner, Satellite Officer Vicramer, sir. Over. These names are difficult to pronounce. Jean Vicramer. Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge? The man in the background sounds like he's losing his patience. Who's lost his badge? Chester McLean. It's Officer Dick. He tries to speak through laughter. Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity. Defend yourself immediately. They're laughing at you. Very funny. Who's the Mullen Joker? He wants to know who you are. I'm the goddamn Hajilimadala man. Yeah, tell him I hail from the north. His laughter is high-pitched and joyous, almost childlike. This is Satellite Officer McLean, sir. Over. Ask him. The speaker succumbs to laughter. Ask him to check his hand. The one without a wine bottle. I bet that's where his badge is. Ha ha, officer has lost his badge. Ha ha, like I'm the first cop ever to misplace his badge. He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically. Oh god damn it, is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this. Satellite Officer Vicramer is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over. Mullen dicked us. Can't we just move on? I want to get it reported and be done. Wow, nice. Another 35 XP. 10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over. Fuck me, Mac. Come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge. What's going on? Super Cop here lost his badge. He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge. Didn't you clear your eyes shut earlier? And now you're making fun of me. The man is laughing too hard to form coherent sentences. The only words you can make out are lost and badge. Enough of this now, I have other things to discuss. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that over. The animated conversation in the back is making it difficult for you to hear him. New heights even for Captain Sober. Ask him, the speaker gasps for air. Ask him if he lost his gun too. The room roars with laughter. Sergeant Torson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over. Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck, you don't know where it is, do you? Oh god, it's not here. Okay, it's gone. Your gun is definitely gone. Don't sweat it, Breton. You don't need a gun to have fun. We can still have fun. It's not all over. 10-9, come on, officer. Did you get my question? We're wondering about your gun. Over. Convince them that you didn't lose your gun. Oh dear. No, of course I didn't lose my fun gun. Fuck it. I didn't lose my gun. He says he didn't lose his gun or his fun, whatever that means. Ask him to describe it. His gun. Not his fun, just the gun will do. He laughs. Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over. The fuck do you need a gun for? Look at the pythons on your arms. You are a gun. The biggest one in the world. Oh, request a description, huh? Well, we'll give him one. Describe the plasma gun. Whisper to the lieutenant. Kim, what are you packing? It's a single shot KG-A9. An armistice to be precise. Dear God, he lost his gun. Oh my, I can't. The man succumbs to laughter again. This isn't really a laughing matter. Matt can face the giant of Cola Nur him by himself, but Disco here made him piss his pants. Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his. I'm not going to ask him. Sergeant Torson here is wondering if you're still in possession of your genitalia. Over. I left it at his mama's. I'm not going to repeat that. That's the negative. Not going to say that over. What's he saying? Share with the class. Right, yeah, I'm not going to repeat that over here, guys. Sure, her vanilla waffles are the only thing he ate. Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. This is my mum we're talking about. Tell him to apologise right now. Mackie says you shouldn't have antagonised the Firewalker in the first place. Who? I'm afraid he might be referring to himself as Firewater, sir. Firewater, he's lost it. Tell him to find his goddamn badge and gun. That's the only thing that matters. No, I think I'm good. I think I'm good without my gun, thanks. I'm going to report that you're in pursuit of your service weapon. Over. I am in dire need of financial service. 10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but... He's asking for money. Is he kidding? I don't think he is. Don't give that asshole anything. He's just going to drink it all. Alright, the operator turns to you. That's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over. It's paramount to the investigation that you grant me more money. He says it's important to the case. He isn't getting a red cent, you can tell him that. Request denied, sir. Over. Okay, I heard you. No funds. Anything else, sir? Okay. 10-4, sir, I hear you. Relay your question. Over. Wait, before you say anything stupid, I think it through. What's there to think about? You're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory. Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone. That's negative, sir. I've got 10-12 here. Over. I wanted to know if you got my badge's description in your right in your report. Could you read it to me? Name, rank, date of birth. What? He wants to verify the information on his badge, but of course it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force. What do you need, sir? Over. 10-9. Repeat message. I didn't get that. He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me to call him by his name. Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's new. Wrap it up. Don't indulge his drunken antics. Any news about my family? 10. Excuse me, sir. Over. You probably don't want to continue down this road. I just thought you might have heard of them, that's all. No, sir, I haven't. You're not really keen on mentioning your home life, so I've always assumed things weren't that good on that front. Over. Have I ever told you about my life before the RCM? 10-4, well that's a... Does he actually want something, or is he just hell-bent on disrupting your work? He's asked if he ever told me about his days before joining the RCM. For God's sake, cut this shit out. Tell him to stop wasting time and be a goddamn police officer for a change. I heard him. Yeah, let's wrap this up. that's all for now. Roger that. 10 turn over and out. The static ends with a loud click, and then everything is silent. 18 kilometers to the south, in the 41st Precinct's relay booth, a small crowd has gathered around Communication Officer Jules S1.EP3 around a dozen cops. The small room is filled with cigarette smoke abuzz with laughter when Officer Judith Minor enters. Her left arm is in bandages and hair trimmed short. What is going on here? Did something happen? She asks, startled. Jean Vacamere turns to her and says, what happened is my partner made contact. It's not good. He's lost his badge and his sidearm. He seemed confused, delirious, even he stops to think. Mac the Torso Torson is his fist laughing hoarsely and apparently telling some dirty story to his partner, Chester McLean, near the entrance. Yeah, Mullen was alright. Sounded drunk to me. The tall ginger on his right still has tears in his eyes. Yeah, Mac's right. This was some gnarly shit there. I mean, before he started begging for money, it was Satellite Officer Vic Weir bites down on his knuckles. Enough, he shouts across the room. The commotion dies down. All eyes turn to him. None of this is funny. Minot looks down at her neatly polished black shoes. There is a quiet firmness to her voice when she speaks. We must help him. Yeah, how do you plan to do that, huh? Get him off the drink, go jogging with him in the morning and get him on carrot juice? He's a lost man. I just know we can't give up on him when he's at his weakest. He wouldn't. The crowd in the room has started fidgeting uncomfortably. Someone's trying to slip out unnoticed. Mac, man the door. He gestures Torson block the doorway, then turns to Minot. You know what he told me? I don't want to get better, I want to get worse. Those were his words. He sighs heavily and turns to address the room. This does not leave the room. Not a word of this to the captain or anyone else. We'll give him a couple of days to pull. Old boy lights another cigarette and says, I guess I can hold off the report for another few days. Alrighty guys. That was a hell of a lot of reading. They weren't lying when they said that there was a lot of reading in it. But we got some tools. So we can go back to that thing, which is what we're going to be doing in the next... doing in the next... I still don't have a map. Why? Map information incomplete. Acquire a copy of the city map. So I can go back and try that. Alright guys, we're going to leave it here for today. Yeah, my throat is quite tired after reading all of that stuff out. But yeah, we'll leave it here today and we will be back next time in episode 4. And this time, in that episode, we are going to go and check out that trash bin, go and check out the hanging body, and maybe go back to the mirror and see what's up with all of that nonsense. But thank you very much, guys. I hope you're enjoying this. I am absolutely loving it, and I hope you're loving it too. If you are, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and the like button, and we will see you next time on GameBeta Displays. Bye bye.